What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video we're going to be doing another review of Evil Dead the game. Now I did a review on this game the first week it came out, and obviously I've been playing it a lot more, so now I have different opinions from when I first reviewed it, and we're going to go over it in this video. I'm going to be discussing the stuff that I like about the game, the stuff that I don't like about the game, and the stuff that I hope they add in the future of this game to keep it going. And then as always, you guys let me know your opinions in the comments below. You guys can be honest, let me know what you really think of the game, but just don't be negative about it. Just tell me your thoughts on what you think the game would need to improve. So first, I'm going to give you the pros of what I like about this game. Now, I'm going to separate this from survivor experience and demon experience and do pros from each category because each of them are different playstyles, so you got to do it separately. So because I am a demon main, I'm going to give you guys the pros of what I think is good with the demon. Now, for me personally, the demon experience is very fun in this game. It does take a bit to getting used to, especially when you first get in your first demon match and you're flying around. You might get a little bit of motion sickness here because you're not used to this kind of movement. But once you get used to it, it's actually pretty nice and pretty smooth, to be honest. Being a demon is fun because all you have to do is rely on yourself and come up with strategies on how to take these survivors down. One thing I love about Demon in this game is it's not like the typical killer survivor game where you're just playing as one killer. This time you're playing as a spirit that's summoning basically a whole army. You're controlling a whole army, and it's actually really fun. This is a whole unique concept and it's really different. So in the beginning, the demon experience can be very frustrating. It does take time to get used to. It's not something you could really just hop on in and master because you're playing for the long game. This is a strategy-wise type of game, and that's what I really love about being demon in this game that separates it from other games is you really have to think and be smart because one mistake as demon, you could cost yourself the whole game, but also one mistake as survivor, they can cost themselves the whole game, and I see it happen all the time. So all you got to do is just practice, work on your strategies, work on what you guys should level up first, and you change your playstyle depending on which demon you guys are using. Also, the experience may seem frustrating and you may seem very weak at first. Obviously, you need to level up your demon to max level to get that full-on experience. Get it to level 45, get the right build, play around with different builds and what demon works best for your playstyle because every demon has a different playstyle. But once you get your level maxed out and you get the right build, it's going to be way more fun. You're going to see yourself improving. You're going to see yourself doing a lot more damage to survivors, and it's just overall a better experience as demon. So make sure you guys level up your demon max level and really give it a chance with the right build before you throw off demon and say demon is horrible, because honestly demons can be OP with the right build and the right play style. Now let's talk about the survivor experience. Now I do play survivor. I like to switch on and off, that way I get both sides, and there's actually both sides are pretty fun, but survivor can definitely be more frustrating than demon. So unlike demon, you're relying on your other 3 teammates to work together to collect 3 map pages, collect the dagger, the pages, and go to the dark ones, destroy it, and then protect the book for 2 minutes. That is a lot of work to do for 4 randoms who just go into a match together, don't talk on the mic, and don't work together, causing your experience to be very frustrating. So if you plan on getting this game but you're not much of a team player and you think you're going to solo everything, do not get this game, please, because you are the worst player to have on our team. You want people that work together. Even if you work together without talking on the mic, just stay together, loot together, all that stuff. If you're a support character and you find a legendary shotgun, give that to a hunter because he's going to do more damage with it. Don't get greedy with your weapons. If you get a legendary axe, give it to a warrior. They're going to do more damage with it, and it comes in handy when you're fighting bosses. And when the bosses level up at the end game, when he's really high level, you want the best survivors to have the best weapons that fit them. Otherwise, you're just going to die every time, and then you're wondering why your support, you have a legendary shotgun, but you're not doing that much damage. It's because you're not a hunter. So make sure the right character has the right supplies. So on my videos or in my live stream, I have people commenting all the time saying that Demon is really OP and broken, and then I have people saying Survivor is OP and broken. I don't think either side is broken. I just think it depends on the match. Now obviously if you're watching a good demon go against some new average survivors, he's going to look broken because he's going to destroy the new players and he's just going to look really OP. But if you see that same good demon going against a whole group of good survivors, then you're going to see how weak the demon can be when everyone works together and doing everything right. Because I had a 102 win streak, and a lot of those was average players. Some of them were good teams that made it to end game and I beat them, but the time I lost my 102 win streak was against a good team that was staying together. They were dropping their colas and amulets for their support. The support was healing them up the whole game. I couldn't do nothing right. I couldn't get them at all, and it was just really frustrating. So when a survivor team works together, the demon is pretty much, you can't really do anything else. And I don't know if that's really a pro or a con because, I get survivors need to be balanced, but it's hard to balance this type of thing. So I don't know how I feel about it, but right now I think overall it's more balanced than anything. I don't think either side is really overly broken than the other. Now we're going to talk about some of the stuff I don't like about this game and that I hope they change in the future. First thing is the pinging system. Now I know they have a pinging system, but I feel like it's very dull, it's very bland. Sometimes you don't even know someone's pinging because it doesn't make like a pinging noise. There's no voice line for it. I hope they can add some voice lines for it, so if you ping like a supply crate, the character can go, hey, supply crate here. That way someone knows, because not, if you're in the middle of a big battle, you're not really going to look around for the picture of the ping. You want to hear it, that way you know to look for it. So hopefully they fix the pinging system and make it a little bit better. Another thing I hope they fix is how Deadites or the boss cannot vault through windows. So if you're chasing a survivor through a house, he can vault through a window and you can't vault. You have to run all the way back out the entrance to go around the house to get him after he vaults out the window. And it's really frustrating because if a good survivor realizes that, they'll basically loop the house and keep going through the window. You go around, they go back in the window, and you have to keep running around. And eventually you're going to run out of energy and get knocked out of the possession. And I just find that really crazy. Honestly, it's not fair, to be honest, because we're not allowed to vault windows as Deadites, but they can. So hopefully they do some tweaks to that as well. Another con is a good survivor group can seem OP to a demon, and a good demon can seem OP to newer or average survivors. That's something they have to, and I know you guys are going to hate me for saying this, and I hate myself for saying this because I'm not a fan of it, but skill-based matchmaking or a ranked mode would be probably needed in this game, because when you're a good demon, no matter how good you are, if you're going against a good team with good hunters, warriors, whatever, and, they know what they're doing, you're going to get destroyed. No matter how good of a demon you are, you can't control, you taking headshots and getting two-tapped and all that stuff. So hopefully they add in some balance there, but I don't know how they're going to do it exactly. This is a really hard game to balance, especially when you're going against good teams. But don't get me wrong, I'm up for the challenge. I love going against good survivors, good survivor groups. But I just hate when it's like nearly impossible. Like I summon my boss and then I get headshotted like 3 times by hunters and then I just die. And it's like impossible to really get any knockdowns. But, that's just part of the game. They work as a team and they get shit done. If they don't work as a team, they get destroyed. So obviously they're going to play around with that. I heard they were going to add skill-based matchmaking. But if they do, please make it balanced, because we don't need a Dead by Daylight remake on our hands with the MMR. So hopefully they can figure that out as well. Another thing I kind of find unfair is how the demon can summon his boss before they even get all the map pieces. Now, this is coming from a demon main, so all the other demon mains don't come at me for this. But when I go against newer players, I find it kind of unfair how easily I can knock them all down and win the game within like the first 5 minutes. All I gotta do is possess a regular Deadite, a basic Deadite, and just attack the hell out of them and basically knock them down, and I can just repeat that process with everybody. And if I get level 10, throughout level 10, I can unlock my boss and summon my boss while they're still trying to find the map piece and looting, and all within a quick period of time. This is not like 10 minutes, 15 minutes into the game. This is really quick. So if they ever are going to nerf that, because I feel like demons are probably going to get a nerf sooner or later. It always happens. They always get a nerf when people complain. But if they do nerf it, they might make it to where you cannot summon the boss unless they get all 3 map pieces. That way you give them a chance to actually loot up and get stuff. Because I be attacking them straight on. Like right when the match starts, I go right to them. I attack the hell out of them before they even able to loot. Sometimes they don't even have melee weapons. And I think that's kind of unfair to them, to be honest, because they need a fighting chance just like how we need a chance. So hopefully they find the right balance with that, because right when I get my boss, I summon my boss while they just got 1 map piece, and then I just destroy the whole team, and it's kind of unfair, to be honest, even as a demon player. But let me know your comments on that one as well, because that one's a little bit tricky. Now, here are some game modes or content I would love to see added in this game that can make it a whole lot better. First game mode I think they should put is like a gladiator game mode where you can go 1v1 with other survivors. This will be a perfect mode to practice your dodging, practice your melee, your light attacks, your heavy attacks, even have like a shooting range to practice just your aim, because my aim is pretty ass. But I would love to practice my dodging and melee and go 1v1 against other survivors and practice that. That would be really fun to do. And a lot of the newer players that are not good with dodging, they can use that to practice as well. Because going against an AI demon or playing offline or something, it's not really good practice. You want to go against an actual player that knows what they're doing so you can go against them. And I just would love to see them add that in the game. Another thing I would also love to see them add in the game is a demon versus demon mode. I think this will just be really fun. So if you have like a necromancer go against warlord, and that player does that demon, we do this demon, and we just summon our army and whatever, and there's some objective there. But I feel like that could have good potential to be a lot of fun, and I would love to see that. I hope they add different type of game modes, because if they don't, this game can pretty much get boring, repetitive, and die off. But if they keep adding new characters, new demons, new maps, and just new DLC overall constantly, and also actually listen to the audience and keep the patches pretty fair. Don't nerf anybody to the ground. Don't buff them to where they're just crazy OP, but just try to make it fair the best way you can. And these devs seem like they really want to do that. So hopefully we're going to give them a chance and see. But is this game worth your money, worth the $40? I think so. Yes, this game is definitely worth your money. Give it a try. Try it out. Really max up your levels and you would see a different experience. So hopefully this video helped you out in some sort of way. Give me your review comments down below. Let me know what you think about the game and if you agree or disagree with anything I said, and then give me your opinion of why. But I'm Simply Amazing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.